What were you feeling towards Japan and Japanese forces at that point?
Well, my feelings were that I hoped that none of my relatives that I knew slightly would be involved, and that the military, to my notion, already was a culprit in what it was doing and some of the things it was doing in China anyway, and because the military had taken over the control of Japan. Made it easy for my father to say, hey, I don't want to go back, you know. But, so in that respect, I had a bad feeling for anybody getting killed, whether it's on our side or their side, you know. And we had heard about the way they mistreated the Korean troops and things like that. And we didn't know about the Korean ladies. But
were you ever in any danger during the war?
No, because I was at MacArthur's headquarters all the time during World War II. Later on in Korea, I was in the front lines. But,
were you...
I was a little bit miffed because they wouldn't let me give a chance to go into the front lines. I really was. I was demanding why they were not sending me up in rotation, you know.
Now, you spent the war, though, in more places than just Australia. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, as the Japanese military started to crumble down, and MacArthur, you know, when he left Philippines, he said, I shall return. Well, when he got ready to return, of course, we went with him, you know. And so we helped transport all of our equipment over to the ships, and the stevedores put it aboard the ship. And then when we got to Manila, we helped to haul it into camp. So in Brisbane, I drove a forklift, handled cargo. And by the time I got to Manila, I said, hey, I want something a little bit nicer. So I asked for and got a staff car. So I was driving a staff car while we were moving, you know, and I'll never forget, I had dropped off an officer at a headquarters there and got in my car, staff car, to drive back, and the guy jumps on the running board and looked at him. It's a great big Filipino guy. He's got a bolo knife in his one hand, and he grabs the steering wheel with the other hand. And I looked at him and I said, oh boy, he figured that he caught an escaping Japanese soldier. And I thought, he better understand English. And I started talking to him in English, and he understood it. So after about 5 minutes, he let me go. Those are the unexpected things that happen, you know. You think everything is fine.